It's Monday, March 7th. Welcome to the college basketball version of the Odds Couple show. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. Mike Brenner, we got a new slate of games. It's
going to be a
bunch of new
week.
Lines to analyze and maybe find value with, right?
Well, I think so, and I think we're both going to start, upping our game a little bit. With that being said, before we dig into this slate today, because you were 4-3, I went 2-2. Nothing to scream about, but
if I had given a pick on every team that I rattled off, I would have been like 19 and 15 or something like
that.
Maniac, so
we can't keep up with you. So scanning over at the board, I'm 6-7 now after 2-2, up to 46%. It's unacceptable in my book. I will push that thing one game at a time forward. Trust me, I'm going to do it. And Pete continuing to come out of the abyss. He went 4-3 the other day to put him at 8-9 at 47%. So we're moving forward, and that's a positive sign. And with that being said, Pete, is there a lot of value on that board today?
Well, really, I was like 30-23 or something. I mean, the picks that I wound up giving were like they were just sort of. I mean, I guess the UNC was a big game. Kansas was a big game, so I was happy to give those. But I listed all the teams that I made bets on. So
I bet you
the
did.
Ones that wound up on that record were somewhat random, but. Yeah, on the overnight lines. All right, so for today's card, I only have analysis on the games, on the spreads that had overnight lines, right? Okay. A whole bunch of games just got added with the new spreads that I haven't had a chance to look at. And of course, the totals just came out. Haven't had a chance to look at that either. But with the overnight lines, with the games that had overnight spreads, I did make a bunch of bets. There's one I'm really liking. And do you have any picks for us?
I'm going to have three picks.
I'll
have three picks today.
Well, why don't we start off with one of my picks that I bet pretty big.
Okay.
Actually,
That's not a nibble. That's a bite. Yeah.
Because like I said, I make like 50 bets. Usually they're about even. This one was quite a bit bigger.
Feeling good about it.
And it was Pepperdine.
I imagine you're going to put that out as a regular pick then, aren't you?
Sure, why not? Okay. Pepperdine at +7 against St. Mary's. They beat them twice this year.
Yeah.
And, you have to be careful with these conference championship lines that look a little bit fishy. But like we saw the same thing yesterday with like Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Wisconsin, Green Bay, there was no obvious reason why they should have been an underdog of like 3, which is I believe what it was when it closed. And it turned out that they won. They were the side with value. You don't want to overthink it. And here again,
And what are your thoughts also on now? It's that time of year, Pete, where you got teams now going to face off for the third time. Yeah. It's hard to beat a team three times in one season.
Not really.
Okay, that's your thought.
Okay. No, I mean, people say that to me a lot of times. Like, there's this idea that I've heard that, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season. And you know what I always say to them?
What?
Not really.
It's just okay.
Not really. I mean, look, there's something to it, but a lot more. It's just like the teams are competitive, and it can happen, it cannot happen. And I bet Pepperdine +7.
They've actually had their number for quite some time now.
Yeah, St. Mary's, a great team. They could easily get a blowout win there, but this is I think it's a solid pick, and I took it, and it's still
it's still
your
7. First pick.
Yes, okay. Pepperdine +7.
Bam.
And let's talk about some other games in it. Well, the first one that's kind of interesting, which actually maybe I'll give a teaser today, which might be interesting.
Totals Loshak doing a teaser. I'm waiting for your totals teasers.
No, I can't. I mean, I haven't even looked. I haven't even looked at totals yet.
It's not enough hours in a day this time of year.
BYU's playing Gonzaga, right? And feels like BYU at +3 has to be the play. I did bet that one a little bit. I feel like it has a lot more value though.
They're playing good ball right now.
If you threw it into a teaser, both games that these teams played this year have been very close. Yeah. So I definitely take BYU, and I feel like if you're buying points, you're getting more value than you're paying for BYU.
One of my picks is the other way.
It's the other way on Gonzaga. All right, let's hear it.
I've got Gonzaga on the full game, and I know BYU, they just cashed a huge ticket for me the other day in that first half. They're playing very good ball. I just think Gonzaga is going to be focused for this time of year. They know, they just seem to be more tournament ready than BYU, whether it's a small tournament, conference tournament leading into the big dance or whatever. But I'm going with the Zags. I'm taking Gonzaga on the full game, Pete, -3. Yeah, that's my first pick. Gonzaga -3 on the full game.
All right, hasn't moved much. That's or hasn't moved at all. It was 3 on the overnights. I bet BYU, but I bet it's small. And both games they played this year were close. Yeah. Why would this one not be close as well?
Okay. Well, I think it could be, but I think 3 is doable for the Zags. With that being said, are you going to put that out as your second pick, officially taking BYU?
+3?
Yeah.
Oh no. I bet it's small. No. But I would consider putting it in a teaser though. I might give a special teaser pick.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'll tell you about the other bet that I made. That was fairly decent size was Hartford. Now, I bet against Stony Brook in their first conference tournament game, and I bet on Hartford, and both of them cashed.
You did good on those.
And, the line, again, still, it was 18.5. It's 18.5 now for the same reasons. I just believe that
you think
Stony
Hartford
Brook
can cover that?
Yeah,
With
at 18.5. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
a lot.
it's a decent amount of points, and probably it's enough for me. I bet it. What I do want to, I guess I'll pass here for giving it as far as a pick is concerned. But that's another one I bet. And
Hey, them some small schools that pay large dividends. Though,
yeah,
for real,
absolutely,
Pete,
absolutely.
when you-
And as far as picks, yeah, and then the other one that I was that I'm thinking about is Kent State on the first half. Now, Bowling Green has been absolutely awful ATS for a while now, just overvalued. And Kent State has some good wins and covers at home.
I know it.
The MAC tournament can be very expect the unexpected, unpredictable kind of
Sure
things.
can.
You can have one of the crappy teams come in the tournament and all of a sudden beat one of the top teams. You see that all the
It's
time.
happened. Yep.
But Kent State on the first half is something that I'm liking. I'm not sure as yet if I'm going to give it as a pick.
Probably about -4 too. 'Cause
Yeah.
that game
Why
was
don't you hit us
7.5.
with another pick?
Okay, my second pick is Northern Illinois. All right, they're facing
Oh,
off
yeah.
against Western Michigan, and
Yes.
I love them on the
Yes.
first half.
Yes.
I
Yes.
like NIU.
Yes.
I grabbed it at -3
Yes.
on the first half, and that's my second pick. Northern Illinois. Yeah.
Northern Illinois -5 on the full game was one of my overnight bets. I agree with you on that one. I completely agree with you on the first
Yeah,
half
they
line.
start early. They like to get out early, and I don't think there's going to be any difference in that today. So second pick, Northern Illinois -3.
Well, I can't find the first half spreads. They're not here, but that's all
Yeah,
right. We
it
will
was
check
-3
afterwards.
right before I walked
Yeah.
in the office.
Makes
Yep.
sense. I agree with that. Might actually tail it before the video's over, and Kent State on the first half I like as well. And then you said you had a third pick.
My
Hit us
third
with that.
pick is a 3-team teaser.
Oh, boy.
And I like it. I like it. I got NIU, Northern Illinois. I got them at +0.5 because, well,
Right.
guess
Yes.
what? It's +1 because it's now 5. It's at 5.
It's I'm seeing 5.5 across the
All
board,
across? Okay, then that's what it was
unfortunately. Yeah.
earlier. So I'm going to take Northern Illinois plus the half a point because it's at -5.5. My second team is Kent State, which is it still
Yep.
7.5?
Totally agree with that. Actually, it's 7.5 or 7.
All right, 7. So
you
I'll
can
take
pick
that
them.
-1.
No,
okay.
right, -1. Yep.
Yeah, -1. And then my third team, I'm going with St. Mary's. I think they're going to get it done. And after, is it still at 7?
7, and Heritage has 6.5 though.
Okay, well at 6.5, I'm going to go ahead and take the 6.5, and then
Okay.
it'll be -0.5 of a point. So
6.5. Kent State is 7 at Heritage, and
Yep.
the other one is 5.5. Yep.
Yep, that'll work then. So that'll be NIU plus a half a point. That'll be Kent State -1.5, and -1.5, and St. Mary's.
No, Kent State -1. Kent State -1.
Kent State -1.
Right.
St. Mary's -0.5 of a point, and NIU plus a half. That is my
All
three-team
right.
teaser.
So I guess we're kind of going head to head on St. Mary's Pepperdine.
Yeah, we are. I like that.
You have any particular reason why you think? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they win.
I
It's
just found out you were going the other way.
that could be. No, hey, you might not be.
No, I'm just kidding you, buddy. I'm not that guy. But no,
Might
I
not-
just like it. I'm feeling good about my picks today. I'm overdue for a sweep of the board in college hoops.
All right, maybe I'll throw in a teaser. What the hell?
Okay, so you've already got one official pick. Now with the teaser, that'll be 2. Throw it out there.
I'll throw a teaser in. I'll throw a teaser in.
Pete Loshak.
Nah, fuck it. I won't throw a teaser in. No.
Why not? Why not? You just built us up. You got the crowd waiting.
Teasers are kind of teaser. Well, if I were going to throw a teaser in, I would
If
do.
you're not going to do it, don't do it. Why even waste your time on that?
Yeah, that's right. Well, because teasers are a little bit negative EV, but let me see. All right, and also I will throw in a first half play.
Okay.
Kent State -4.
I like that.
And let me see. Should I throw it? Yeah, what the hell? I'll throw in a teaser to go along with you. I'll put BYU in the teaser +9. Kent State -1.5. And then I got to, Kent State -1.
-1.
That's right. And then I got to add a third team, which I guess I will add. What will I add? What will I add here? Let me see. Northern Illinois, very tempting.
Okay.
Let's see. Vermont's a little bit tempting. Let's see. Let me see. I will throw in.
He's just putting it together right here as we
putting it
go.
together
Jesus.
right now as we speak, and I will put in. I'll put in Pepperdine. Fuck it, Pepperdine at +13.
Okay, so you got BYU +9
Pepperdine +13.
and Kent State -1.
There you go.
That's
I like
your
that
three-team
teaser. I like
teaser.
that teaser. All right,
Okay. And
there
so-
we go.
And what was your first half? Kent State -4.
Kent State -4, and I also got Pepperdine on the full game -7.
Okay, so you got 3 picks. I got 3 picks. I like a sweep of the board, my man. I think it's overdue. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll go.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Could be, maybe not. All right, that's our show. We'll be back for the Tuesday card tomorrow.
Absolutely. Great show, Pete.